happen. Moving on to one of the I would say one of my most beloved female or Afrobeat artists, to be honest.
Bobo. Bobo.
I really, really
We're
love
going to
her.
play a game. I'm going to put you on the spot. Go on.
No problem at all. Yeah, you can play the game. Anyways, Ayra Starr is up in the building. Now, Ayra Starr as an artist has done quite a lot for herself with loads and loads of, record streams, certifications here and there. But according to a lot of people, now the Benue thing happened at some point, and which is a really, really sad one. Anyways, the president was um, in the states, but refused to go to the site of the massacre of the whole situation, which he got all this, he got the stick for, which I think he deserves to get the stick. As a president, he should be much more responsible than that, to be honest. You know. And now I start tweeted. Wizkid has been tweeting. Davido has been tweeting. Burna Boy has been tweeting. Nobody before that time told them, oh, read the room. And I start tweeted, and then someone said, oh, this babe doesn't even read the room. And she told the babe, Omo, me and you know the same room. Oh. We're not in the same room, man. You guys should stop trolling. You guys should leave me the F alone. Like, now only me, the year I turned Eba, the year I turned this, the year I turned that, and I start is this, and I start is that. Oh, the whole toothpaste and toothbrush thing, the meme at the time. There's just a whole lot, and she seems to be like the easy pick. Thames just some days ago as well got fed up and had to reply someone as well. These guys are humans, especially someone like Ayra Starr who gets the stick almost every market day. What exactly is the problem? Enough is enough, Big Lala. Don't you think so?
I think I don't see that. I think sometimes when it comes to things like this, as somebody who is well known, right,
Hmm.
you need to think twice when you want to respond to some things,
Okay.
unless you want to just blow things out of proportion, right? And I think it was an obvious bait that she took.
Right.
The person who made that comment that she responded to, I don't want to say the person is a rival fan or the person supports a certain female artist, right? Obviously, she doesn't. That person wouldn't like an Ayra Starr, right?
Hmm.
And what did Ayra Starr tweet? She was, okay, it's fine. A lot, the bloods were boiling around that time. I know you mentioned
Yeah.
David, but I think David don't even also got attacked and all those things,
Yeah.
right? And she could have just ignored, right? It's not even the time, right? Something very sensitive happened, which is the incident at Benue.
Better, yeah.
A lot is being said online. Everybody is adding, oh, prayers to Benue, prayers to this, prayers to that. But I think generally, Ayra Starr does not. I'm not supporting bullying or whatever the trolling that she's getting, but as someone, I'm finding the right word. She's not. She doesn't. If someone says she doesn't read the room, because there are several instances of things that have happened, and you should
Hmm.
not use your platform to address. Nobody's saying force you to address, but if you're not going to address it when majority of Nigerians are talking about something, that time is not the best time to say something else. Do you get? Anybody who gets attacked at that time, I'm for it. It's not the best time when something serious has happened in Nigeria, right? It's not the best time for you to start going about your business as it is. You're a Nigerian artist. Nobody is forcing you to, but please just keep quiet. Let things calm down, simmer down. Even though you may not care, but let
Mhm.
things simmer down, then you can go ahead and do your thing. Right? Of course, she's been at the back end of it. I mean, she's been receiving different trolling with the first agenda
Yeah.
from those guys. Yes, of course. But this is even the wrong thing to respond to. There are things that you've not responded to that you should respond to, not this. Right? Something bad has really happened. You could have just simmered it down. It was an obvious bait because
Yeah.
that person who made that tweet was a fan of a certain female artist. Right? And then they just drew you out. At the end of the what happened, you responded, and the response is good for you, right? As a person that you're taking a stance for yourself. But where does that leave you in the scheme of, oh, your fan base in Nigeria or people, the general people in Nigeria, where does it leave you as a person? Do they now see you as somebody who actually cares about them? They won't. They won't see you as somebody who cares about them. That means you only care about, oh, I drop music, you guys respond, be my fan, and that's it. That's the only thing you care about when it comes to Nigeria.
Mm.
So if she was responding to something about a random troll event, like all those things that happened, I get
Right.
it, totally
Right.
understand it.
Right.
When she's responding, when something valid as, guys, you guys have a platform, right? This thing that happened is very serious. You cannot tweet like nothing happened. As a brand, you just need to relax. I'm going to liken this to when Mohbad died, right? And Rexy went ahead to release an EP. Was that the right time? His excuse was, oh, he couldn't stop it. Of course, he could have stopped it. But
Yeah.
things were boiling. And when people attacked him back then, people attacked him and nobody could say Ireland, making a leave him because he was deserved. So reading the room should be something they should do better, generally, artists. And I think Ayra Starr herself, reading the room is very important. She's had a long run with things like this incident with King Sunny Ade, not giving respect to such a legendary
Right.
figure, from
Right.
them. And this all has to do with, I'm going to put it down as she's young. She's what,
Yeah.
23? Is it?
Yeah.
So sometimes it's these young people they don't care, right? That's what I'm going to put that they don't care. They just
Mm.
go about their business. But as if you're going to be as people in people's faces as a brand, you have to care. You have to care about you have to be aware of what is going on. You can't just come and start doing anything. It's a serious thing that happened. That's how I feel about it. I don't support that trolling. I don't support, the other incidents that have happened to her. But on this one, she
Mm.
could have just relaxed. And when something serious happened in your country where you came from, the
Mm.
least you can do, right, is show concern. And these same people, if something similar happens outside of the country, you now start hearing prayers up for this, prayers up for that.
Yeah, no,
That-
that's one thing I usually don't support all the time. But for Ayra Starr though, let's look at it this way. For a number of times, she's gotten the stick from fans, and I see people trying to pick up on this very young, beautiful, talented lady all the time. I know, you remember there was a campaign of the whole, you know, saying, posting pictures of maybe Thames taking her face away and there's just a lot of stuff like that. And for the most, doesn't say anything. She doesn't say anything. She just decides to, let it go, let it, she doesn't really do so much. But at this point, don't you think that she actually had it here and could not? She feels like she's the only one getting, like, why you guys always finding me as the easy target to attack when there's so much more other people there who are doing almost the same thing and you guys are leaving them? Is it because I'm the easy target? Is it because I don't talk? So you think, okay, I mean, it's let's pick on Arasta. She's the easier one. Do you think so? And remember, Big Lala, you said it at one point to say artists are not our leaders. You said it here. See,
Mhm.
they are not the ones you voted for. They should be able to do what they want to do and everything. Have you changed your stance on that?
No, I think I don't want to. We're drawing two different parallels to this issue.
Right.
Like I said, she's been unfairly targeted for some sort of campaign. She's a brand. She's a star in Nigeria. There's so many stars, so many artists who get targeted for different things. Even the names you mentioned, their fan base wars. There's always that thing that happens. It comes with being a star. There's nothing you can do about it. Now, the person who made this comment, again, if you go and check the followers of that person, I know surely that person get 1,000 followers,
Hmm.
right? By responding to that comment, right, she blew she blew up that thing and then make a big meal out of
Oh,
it.
she's
That's
human. She's human, Lala.
understandable. But
Human.
if she wants to be fair, right? If she wants to be fair, right? Like I said, what happened is something important,
Yes.
something big.
Yes.
that should overshadow every other thing. That should overshadow every other, even how you feel that, oh, somebody is, you should overshadow it. Because if somebody says you don't read the room and everybody is attacking that, then she wasn't the only one that was attacked. Like, you guys, come on. That's why it's good for brands. They should have people on their team who are, no, this is happening, this is happening. This is not the best time to do this.
I do
Relax,
this.
let's chill. That time was hot, right? People cannot be screaming, oh, there's a massacre that has happened in Nigeria, and then you're tweeting other things. Show concern. If you're not going to show concern, nobody's forcing you to show concern. But please don't go on.
What did she even tweet?
I think she was watching a show, and then she now
Right.
tweeted something about one of the stars on that show. I don't know. I think a name.
Oh
So
my
then
days.
that account was just a silly account anyway. And they said, oh, this one doesn't even know how to read the room. It wasn't the
Yes.
time to make that tweet. It's not. You're from Nigeria and you guys should show concern. Right? Your stars, use your platform wisely, basically. And as regards the other things, like I said, yes, sometimes she's been unfairly picked on, but she's not the only one who's been unfairly picked on. It goes without saying to all these other stars,
Yes.
it happens to them.
She's
It
been
happens to them.
tweeting. Yeah, she tweeted after that time though. She said, "There's nothing I can do nor say to people that intentionally want to bully or misunderstand me every time. You found a scapegoat, Abi. Focus on issues that actually matter and leave me the F alone."
Mm.
That's what she said.
That was a response to after
In
she
response, after she had,
yeah, it
yeah.
out. Yeah. You know, her response of, oh, we're not in the same room is what now brought the backlash. Right. What I was saying was, you see that account that first tweeted at her was a random, insignificant.
Oh, it's a Leah fangirl account.
Exactly. It's a very insignificant account. Right. She could have just ignored it. If she ignored it, nothing like this happens. So that response now got a lot of eyes on the original, oh, you don't read the room, right? And people are now talking now, what's wrong with that? You didn't even read it, you don't even know what is happening. You get. So I'm just saying something should
You're
happen.
right. It's a show. Olandria, I think there's a character in the show. You're right.
Yeah.
Tweeting about it at the time. Well, so how should celebrities read the room, Big Lala? I mean, I know this whole thing. Nigeria is quite peculiar because things would always happen in Nigeria because of, I'm going to say, and I really, really have to say, because of the irresponsibility of the government, of the leaders that we have, or maybe I'll call them rulers that we have right now. You understand? Things would always happen. Lack of security, lack of infrastructure, lack of keeping the people safe, and so things would always happen. Just some hours ago, I was hearing about some suicide bombing somewhere. There was some kidnapping. Someone was kidnapped in Lagos and was asked for 3 million naira. A lot of things are happening, and it just seems that the government are deaf or blind to see what's going on in the country. So now, if the government is irresponsible and things keep happening, how should these guys read the room when things like this? Because things would always happen. Unfortunately, sadly, things would always happen. So should these guys not tweet anymore? Should they not express themselves, be natural anymore online?
Okay, so the thing is, in things happen like you said, but
Yeah.
not all of them get the spotlight like that particular Sunday.
Yes.
That particular Sunday, it got a spotlight because that wasn't the first time. I think even
It's
as
been happening.
like
It's been
a month
happening.
ago
Mm-hmm.
happened. But this was so much because it involved 200 people.
200 over 200.
And it looked like it was so planned that, and if you look at this, it's something very significant. Look at it. People were sleeping in their houses and they got burnt into where they were living, kids and human beings. So see the outrage. Just measure the pulse around the nation. Even I couldn't tweet normally because I had to. I didn't want to say something because I know similar things have happened in the past and they didn't get this much of outrage. But as a brand, you have to be in the know of what is going on. Okay, is there anything that's going to affect me from performing it wasn't even a promo tweet for anything. It was just a personal thing. Maybe you're watching a show, right? She didn't even need to make that tweet, did she? She didn't. It wasn't even like she's trying to release the music and blah blah. She didn't need to make it. All you had to do was feel the pulse around what is going on. There's no way you will not be on your timeline.
You think she wasn't? You think she was aware of that situation? Of that
You have
issue?
to be aware. So the thing is, I don't think she knew what was going on and then she decided to tweet. But the thing is, you have to be aware. There will be people on your timeline, whether it's on Instagram, whether it's on Twitter, whether it's on
You'd have seen
Facebook.
it.
It was that big of an event that
It
happened.
was big.
So you cannot claim you didn't see. It's very hard. Anybody on social media would have seen. You just have to show concern. And that's what it came across to some people when people now start saying, oh, you don't read the room. You didn't even try and leave one or two words, put pressure on the people who are trying to put pressure on. You get those kind of things. Right?
Yeah.
So it's that much of the issue. It just needs to be more careful as a brand, as a musician, right? Nigerians are your fans. Nigerians are part of the reasons why you are big, whether you like it or not.
No.
That's where you started your career from. Even though you are a big star outside of the country now, you still have to care about what is going on in Nigeria.
Yes.
Even if you want to go
Every
about
Nigerian
your
artist.
business and tweets, one or two things. If you know you want to go about your business, please address small matters. Nobody say you are using your platform for whatever it is,
Yeah.
but you can just show concern to what is happening. Oh, a few words to the people who've lost lives and properties and all that. At least we know that, yes, you show a bit of empathy towards them.
Yeah.
That's what that tweet lacked. It just lacks a bit of empathy. That's what it is. That's why it got that backlash, basically.
Right. I mean, I understand you because one thing I usually tell people is, even as an artist or as anything you are at all, you are a Nigerian first before you are a music artist. You are first a Nigerian, before. So that's why when Burna Boy goes on, this place and say, oh, he's not proud of himself as a Nigerian. I'm like, no. Oh, you can't do this. You can't do this thing. You can never change the game forever and ever. Even if you like call it under citizenship and everything. If they say waiting be your roots, where they born you, you will always mention Nigeria.
Now, why when it comes to now, you see the smile on their faces now when this guys.
Exactly.
You see the smile on his face. You see how happy he feels when he's in Nigeria.
Yeah, that's the thing.
People go
Nigeria would always be Nigeria. I mean, it's so sad what we're experiencing right now.
Yeah.